What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to Battleshock Wargaming Studio. We've got a very exciting Age of Sigmar game for you today, and I got a guest in the house. Welcome back, Andrew.
Thanks so much, David.
What are we doing today?
Elves, man. Elves and dwarves.
Elves and dwarves. High fantasy. High class. It's going to be a lot of fun. I got the Kharadron Overlords versus the Idoneth Deepkin. Interesting matchup because you have some defenses built into shooting, which is nice. You have a fair amount of shooting on your own. I've got armor, I've got little guns, and I've got little bubbles to carry me across the aether.
Yep, I'm hoping my water can beat your boats and my arrows can beat your guns.
We'll see how that goes. If you're new to the channel, please take time to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate all of you. And big shout out to all of our members. We really appreciate all of the support. We're up to like 90 members now. We're looking for 100 members and 10,000 subscribers this year. There is a link down below with information on our membership service. The best thing about it is you get a couple extra battle reports every month, and we're going to try to ramp up production as soon as we get a little bit more support. So that's fantastic. Big shout out to our affiliates, Baron of Dice and Gray Matter Games. Baron of Dice supplies all the beautiful resin dice that we roll on this channel, and Gray Matter Games has supplied us with these nice battle mats and the objective markers to match, so thank you to both of those businesses. There are links with promo codes down below. Please go check them out and help support their businesses. They're fantastic people. All right, with that being said, Andrew, let's go ahead and take a look at our armies. All right, let's take a look at Kharadron Overlords. Really excited to try these guys again. A different list. This time it's going to be Thunderer heavy. We're going to be Barrack Zilfin subfaction, which means that I get one extra Great Endrin work, and I'm going to have frigates as battle line. This is a hero that you see in front. He's an Aether Chemist. He has an ability to add rend to the attacks of a Skyfarer unit if they are not inside the boat. And then the other model that's on the turntable here is the Arcanaut Admiral. He can make a ship his flagship and give it commands. He has two great command abilities, and he's going to be ex-Grundstock, so that makes my Thunderer's battle line. Then we have an Endrin Master and Dirigible Suit. He lets me add one to the rolls for healing from the Endrin Riggers, and he is going to have an artifact of power called Phosphorite Bomblets. In the shooting phase, if I'm within 6, I get to roll a dice, and it does mortals on 2s until I fail. Here is a reinforced unit of Endrin Riggers. The Endrin Riggers are able to heal boats. They get a 4-up rally thanks to my article or amendment or whatever it is, and they do a fair amount of damage. Then I have an Arcanaut Company unit. These are your basic battle line. They have little tiny guns that can maybe do some damage. They can act as a screen or an objective holder, and one of them just has a melee weapon. I've got a double reinforced unit of Thunderers with the full complement of weapons. They're going to be hanging out inside of the boat, giving my army a bunch of fire support, and they have 2 wounds and a 3-up save, making them pretty hard to shift while they're inside a boat. Here's the first boat that I'm taking today. It is a frigate. The frigate can fly over you and drop bombs on you. It can charge into you and do more damage, and it has a great sky cannon or a regular sky cannon, one of those. Here is the Ironclad with the great sky cannon. It can hold 22 people inside of it. It has a bunch of guns. It's got 20 wounds and a 3-up save, and it's my flagship, so it can take 1 command for free once per turn from the Arcanaut Admiral. I've allied in some Aether Wings for zoning, objective control, and just because I have the extra points. And then here are the beautiful dice I'm going to be taking today. That sigil that looks like a steampunk dwarf's head is going to be a 6. I absolutely love these. So there you have it, Kharadron Overlords. Let's see what Andrew brought.
All right, today I'll be taking the Idoneth Deepkin once again in Morphan. That allows my Soul Render to bring back D3+3 Thralls or Reavers per turn, which would be really handy because a lot of them are going to die today. My general is the Studio's Achillean King. He's jealous of all the new dwarves coming in and wants to move up from the bottom shelf. He is the Slap King, so he's got Unstoppable Fury. He also has the Void Shield Darkness, which gives -1 to hit to anything within 3 inches. I will also be taking the Eidolon of the Sea. He casts Countercurrent, which halves run in charge within 18 inches, as well as Tsunami of Terror, which does -1 rend to D3 units. Next up is my Tidecaster. She can allow me to take 2 Isharan Rituals, and also has Tunnel Master and a Teleport spell, so she'll be jumping around. She also has the Rune of the Surging Gloom Tide, allowing her to pop out ships like a bad fanfiction. Next up is a Soul Render. He is going to be bringing back those Thralls and Reavers. He brings back D3+3 per turn. He also has his Talon Hook, which allows him to garrote a hero or unit. I also have a Burning Head. He does D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up to anything within 3 inches, which is going to be really handy into those boats. I brought a unit of Ishalian Guard. They have a 4-up unrendable save, allowing them to die just about as fast to all that shooting. I have a unit of 20 Reavers. These guys put out shots at 3s and 3s, 2s and 3s for anything within 9 inches. I have 2 units of Sharks. One has the Retarius net, which prevents pile-ins. The other one is going to be doing a regular 4 shots, D3 damage. And then I have a unit of 20 Thralls. These guys are going to be my battle line. They'll be hopefully not dying, and hopefully they'll be killing something. Today I'll be using these Baron of Dice dice. The sigil is the 6, and the blue is the lovely blue color of the sea. That's it for my Idoneth. Let's move on to the mission.
All right, before we take a look at the battle plan today, big shout out to everybody on our Wall of Heroes. These are lords and commanders in our membership service, and they put forth that extra effort to help us keep this channel going and growing. Thank you so much. So today we're going to be playing the Prize of Galette. This is one of my favorite battle plans, very fun. It's 5 objectives, and the person going second gets to pick which objective turns on. You can't turn on an objective that's in either player's territory until the second turn. So it's gonna be really interesting. We're gonna score hold 1, hold 2, hold more, battle tactics, and also grand strategies. My grand strategy is take what's theirs. What's your grand strategy gonna be?
My grand strategy is the Creeping Gloomtide, so I want your units outside of 3 inches of my boats at the end of the game.
All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and see who has initiative. All right, well that was so fun looking at all the armies, wasn't it? So here we are for initiative. I was 1 drop and he was 2 drops. He tried to outdrop me, but
yeah,
I'm always 1 step ahead, man. I'm always 1 step ahead. So you've seen the list, you've seen the armies, you know who's going first. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to take this one down? Do you think it is going to be the Idoneth Deepkin? Or do you think it is going to be the Kharadron Overlords, Barrack Zilfin, which is all about, I don't know, because I don't read lore, I just play the game. So, all right, let's carry on. So I'm going to get to activate an objective. And I'm going to activate this objective right here. So I'm going to flip this over during the movement phase. And it will be a different color because these are 2-sided objectives. Check them out at graymatter.com. So that's it. Let's go ahead and get into your turn. What are you going to do for your battle tactic, Andrew?
I'm going to do Cunning Maneuver, the usual first turn battle tactic. I'll be doing that with this little lady right here.
Wonderful. The Isharan Tidecaster is going to take this objective. Let's get into heroic actions. What are you going to do?
I will be doing Heroic Leadership.
I will also do Heroic Leadership, which is get a command point. You first.
Kelly and King, go!
Oh, you got to roll in the dice box. Nobody can see.
Roll the dice box.
You get to
Kelly and
re-roll
King,
it now,
go!
though. Yeah, you get a
there we
command
go.
point. Okay, so let's give the Achillean King a command point. And I'm going to try to do the same thing with my Arcanaut Admiral.
Ooh, he's not feeling leaderly today.
So I am going to break down real quick. Obviously, you guys are looking on the board. There's 2 ships, right? So the big ship has the Thunderers, the Endrinriggers, and the Admiral in it. And that is the Admiral's flagship, which means that they get to, it gets to take a command once per turn from the Admiral for free. And then in the other boat, I have 10 Arcanaut Company, the little battle line dudes, my Endrin Master and Dirigible Suit, and my Aether Chemist. And then that's who's embarked right now, and I will try to talk about that as we're going along, and I will explain that before shooting so you guys can understand what I'm actually shooting, since we're just looking at like 5 models on the board right now. I think this is the second battle report, if I can remember, that we've actually filmed with these guys, so bear with me on the rules, and I'm going to try to make it as easy for you guys to understand as possible.
I think I'm going to do the teleport spell that's coming from my Tidecaster, and it goes off on, I believe, a 5 or 6. Let me double check that. 5. Steed of Tides goes off on a 5.
Beautiful. I have no unbinds because I have no wizards.
Feels good.
And I don't have an etheric navigator, so it goes off. Teleport your little girl. Objective activated. I've gone ahead and flipped this over. I love these double-sided objective markers. So now you can see that this one is on because we're playing Prize of Galette. He has decided he's going to cast Mystic Shield with this guy, the Tidecaster. All right, not the Tidecaster.
Right. The Eidolon of the Sea.
Eidolon of the Sea. Okay,
The collective memories of their ancestors formed into one of their gods. All right, it goes off an 11.
It goes off super duper hard. I have no unbinds.
Mystic
so
Shield.
Mystic Shielded.
And we're gonna do an Arcane Bolt.
Oh, I saw that one and I was like, are you plus?
No, but I reroll.
But you re-roll. Oh, you re-rolled it to a 4 again. Okay, so no Arcane Bolt for you. You weren't going to use it anyway. Any other casting?
No other casting.
Okay, let's talk about some stuff right now. So you're in Low Tide.
Low Tide.
Okay, tell everybody what Low Tide does for people who don't play Idoneth Deepkin.
So what Low Tide does is it gives me cover across my entire army, so everybody's +1 to save.
Yep.
I also have 2 Isharon rituals this turn, thanks to my Tidecaster. The first one is reflects low tide, and he cannot shoot me outside of 12.
Yeah, so I've got to get like up in there if I want to shoot something.
The second one is is a ritual that gives my Namarti a 5-up ward on turn 3.
Yeah, so important to know what the tides do. So when we go through each battle round, we'll talk about the tides. Battle round 3 is the big one. That's where his whole army gets strike first. So, but right now you're in cover, and I also can't shoot you unless I'm within 12. So it's much like Grin and Blades if you guys play Cruel Boys, except for it's just for 1 battle round, thank goodness. So yeah, that's the end of the hero phase. I don't have anything to do because I don't have a hero phase. My hero phase is shooting. So let's go ahead and get into movement, and we'll be right back to show you what Andrew did. Okay, Andrew, we're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with the shark.
All right, I moved that shark to the middle of the objective. He's just gonna sit there and die. We actually had some discussion off camera about the placement of my Tidecaster for cutting maneuver.
Yep.
So she is not on that objective. Instead, I'm gonna just take it with a shark and let him die. Over here I have my eels on the side, screening off my thralls and the rest of my army. And then I teleported the Tidecaster right here, and she cast the Gloomtide Shipwreck right here to give a ward for the middle of the board for a lot of my Namarti as the game goes on.
Yep, good play.
And I moved my Eidolon up forward. He's Mystic Shielded. She is a Galatian champion, so she can't be shot within 1 inch of this squad of Reavers, so that makes him the closest eligible target for most everything.
Yep.
So that'll protect her. My shark is in the back, screening off the back. So overall, I've just moved forward, and yeah, so...
Yep. Max points and get your battle tactic. That's
max
a great
points,
way to
getting
do
my
it.
battle tactic, and let's go into the shooting phase.
All right. All right, so we cannot see the shark because it's hard to get everything in frame because these birds are hiding behind my ironclad and my frigate. So that's going to be the target of the sharks, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm going to remove the Aether Wings just to remove some tactical flexibility for you, so that you have to just maneuver from those 2 boats.
Okay, I would all out defense, but I would still have no save because my
Yeah.
6 would go back to a 7, so.
He can't issue commands, so he's not all out attacking. Here we go.
3s and 3s, baby.
That's a couple 2s. Bummer. 3s. That's 1.
Damage.
D3 for 2.
Okay, that's 1 Aether Wing that turns into Aether.
Feathers. They're a little hard to
Feathers,
shoot.
he went through the turbine of the frigate. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Any other shooting?
I don't think, no, they're shooting just yet. So
Okay, let's get on the hero cam and score you up. Welcome back from the top of battle round 1. How many points, Andrew?
I got 4 points. I hold an objective, I hold more than you, and I completed my battle tactic.
Fantastic. So that's 4 points. It's 4-0 going into Kharadron's turn, and we're going to get into my hero phase. Well, first I'm going to tell you what my battle tactic is.
What's your battle tactic, David?
Opening salvo. I am going to be the first to destroy a unit. I can only do this if no other units have been destroyed.
Killed 1 bird.
Yep, if you would have killed all the birds, I wouldn't be able to do opening salvo. I don't have to call it out, it's much like eye for an eye, so I just need to kill a unit this turn. We're gonna get into my hero phase now. I'm gonna try to get a command point on my Arcanaut Admiral. He gets.
All
And
right.
what are you gonna do?
I'll do a command point on my Akkelian King.
Oh yeah!
What's the bravery of the Aether Wings?
6. Good
Okay.
call. I'm bravery 6 on my Aether Wing, so I have to see if 1 runs away on a 6.
Oh.
Oh, we're good. Okay. All right, back to my turn. My hero phase is complete.
All right.
So we're gonna get into movement, and then we'll show you what I did.
All right, we're back from the movement phase. David, tell me what you did.
I moved my ironclad and my frigate over towards some shark action. And I got my Aether Wings over there. I popped some Arcanaut Company out of the frigate with emergency disembark using a command point. They're gonna put up a weak little screen and see if I can live through the run and shoot and charge stuff going on next turn. And then everything else is still inside the boats. So we can go ahead and get into shooting.
I have a feeling Shark Week is going to be cut off quite early.
All right, we're going to go ahead and shoot the Ironclad and all of its guns first, because the Thunderers are a little bit more tricky, because they all have different weapons. So let's see if we can just kill the Shark with the Ironclad. We're going to use Aether Shot Carbines first. This is 8 attacks.
Shark can't all-out defense because he's not a champion, and he's way out there on his own, so he's just going to pray to the old gods.
He does have cover, though, so he's got a 3-up save before Ren, which is nice. Aether Shot Carbines, this is 3s and 3s. Let's go all-out attack, 2s and 2s.
2s and 2s?
2s and 3s. Okay.
Ah, didn't matter.
7 saves at -1.
7 saves at -1. 4 ups. Takes 3.
Okay, that's 2 damage apiece, so that's 6 damage.
Down to 2 wounds.
Okay, and let's go Aether Shock Torpedoes. 4 attacks, 4s and 3s.
So with all attack.
It would have been 3s and 3s,
Yeah.
but that was a 2. So and 3s, so you got 3. That is -1.
4 up. 1 goes through.
D3.
He's still alive.
1. He's still alive. Okay.
Go, Sharky, go.
And then let's do the Great Sky Cannon's Shrapnel. This is going to be 6 attacks, 3s and 3s. That would have been 2s and 3s because of all-out attack, but I rolled 1s, 3s. 2 at -1.
He's okay.
Very good. Okay, we are going to now shoot with some Thunderers. Okay, the Arcanaut Admiral is going to try to do 1 wound. Masterwork Volley Pistol. 3 attacks, 3s, 3s, -1, 2. Hits with 1. Does not wound. Okay, we're going to have to shoot with the Thunderers. Let's do 3 mortars. I get 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. Okay? 1 wound, no rend.
No rend. 3 up. He's okay.
Okay? Let's do the Aether Cannons. This is 3 attacks, 3s and 2s. 1. Okay, that one's -2 rend.
5 up. He's
Oh
okay.
my goodness, very nice. Okay, now let's do the Deck Sweepers. This is 15 attacks.
If he lives, he gets a medal.
I think the Deck Sweepers are going to get him.
I think
2s and 4s. I'm sorry, 3s and 4s. You see what they did there? Instead of calling it a street sweeper, they call it a deck sweeper. But it's their machine gun. 6 of them. -1 rend.
4 ups. He's dead.
Okay.
Died a hero's death.
Yes, he did. Battle tactic complete. I'm not going to do any charging because I'm cowardly and I like to shoot guns. So we're going to snap off, get onto the hero cam, and score me up. We are back from the bottom of battle round 1. I did everything I needed to do. I didn't overextend because you are in cover and I can only target you if I'm within 12. I seized the objective. I killed the shark and got my battle tactic of opening salvo, which is be the first to destroy a unit. And so the score is 4-4, and we're getting into a roll-off. Let's see what happens, buddy.
Yes, yes. Big roll off. A 6 and a 4.
Okay, I'm going to give you the turn so I can turn on one of my own objectives. And we'll be back for the top of battle round 2, Idoneth Deepkin. Welcome back for the top of battle round 2. Idoneth Deepkin are going to take it. I turned on my back objective, as you can see there. I don't have very many models on it right now, but I want to keep it close to home so I can do some damage with my shooting, get back on it if I need to. We're going to go ahead and get into Andrew's turn. What are you going to do for your battle tactic?
We're going to do eye for an eye. I killed a pigeon, you killed a shark. I'm going to escalate things further and kill a lot of dwarves.
Things are about to get scrummy. So that's great. Eye for an eye is a great battle tactic. I love it. Smash that like button if you think that's a good pick. I'm being really weird today. I'm sorry, you guys. I hope you're enjoying this battle report. Okay, what's next? Heroic actions.
Heroic action.
You don't get this command point anymore. It's gone.
I want that command point back, so I'm going to roll heroic leadership. I don't get it.
Oh, good. I was actually going to go pick that
matters.
up off the floor if you did get it. I have 3 command points. I'm going to try to get another command point. I do, and I'm going to give it to my Arcanaut Admiral again. He still has the button from last time because I didn't use it. So.
Okay. Now I'm going to move on to casting. My Tidecaster, she's going to do the teleport spell on my Eidolon.
On a 5, goes off.
Goes off on a 9.
We're gonna move the Eidolon and then we'll show you where you put him. Okay, so the Eidolon is right there, standing on my objective. And we're gonna do some more casting.
All right.
The next one is Burning Head.
Burning Head, coming right out. 6.
We're re-rolling that because it's a cast value of 6. Go ahead.
Yep. A 4.
Okay, no Burning Head, yes.
Might as well do Tsunami of Terror.
Okay,
Goes off on a 7. That goes off on 11.
beautiful. What are we gonna pick?
D3 for 2.
Okay. The Frigate and the Arcanaut Company have been enveloped in a Tsunami of Terror. Now what does that do?
That is a -1 rend in close combat.
Okay, so they are -1 to the rend of their weapons.
No, -1 to your save. Sorry about that.
Okay, -1 to my armor save. Beautiful. That's wonderful. I think I maybe don't have a save now. Or I have a 6-up save. So good play. That's a good spell. Any other spells?
That's it for my spells.
Okay, before we get into movement, I do want to touch base on the tide that we're in. Tell us about the tide that we're in and what it does for your army.
We are in the Flood Tide, which gives me run and charge or shoot.
Excellent. So he can run some stuff up, shoot some stuff, he can charge some stuff. It's going to be really interesting. So we'll get into movement and be right back to show you what he did. All right, so we're going to start at where I'm entrenched, and then we're going to kind of go through your movement phase, Andrew. So let me get over the top of this ironclad here. That is one angry eel that you have right there.
Yeah, I left the horn guy at home, so we had to proxy him with a Cornhound.
Yeah.
It does give them +1 to charge, so I just imagine he's nipping at their eels the whole time.
Yeah,
so.
and you get to unbind with your collar of corn, which is always nice.
Yeah, it's always
so
nice to
yeah,
have an extra
those are eels, everybody. They moved up onto the objective. They can still charge because you can run and charge this turn, which is fun. And then tell me what's going on with the thralls.
Thralls are coming by to support them to make sure that I have taken that objective. I'm not sure if this was a smart move to just try to pile in everything really close to those guns, but
Yeah.
it seemed to be the better choice to max out points.
Yeah, but your Soul Render can bring back D3+3. They've got ward saves. It's a
Yep.
lot of damage, and I have to shoot the closest unit. So
Yep.
we'll find out. You know, I'm new to this army, and you haven't played against it much, so this is just really interesting. You know. Oh, let's backtrack a little bit. Tell me what you did with the Reavers and with the Shark.
Shark's holding up the back, making sure that people can't target the heroes back there. He's going to see if he can get some little poke shot in there. The Reavers are moving up to shoot at the Arcanauts. And we have the Eidolon joining them there, hoping to take that objective and not die too horribly next turn.
Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get set up for shooting. Okay, we're looking at the Reavers in the distance, and then down at the bottom of the screen, you can see my Arcanaut Company. He's going to go ahead and shoot into them with all but 2 models. And how many shots is that?
All but 1 model. So that's 38 shots.
38 shots. Your 4s and 3s?
3s and 3s.
3s and 3s. I'm just wondering if an all-out defense is worth it at this point. And since I have one for my Arcanaut Admiral, I'm going to do all-out defense.
3s. This is half of them.
Poor Arcanaut Company. They didn't get to
3s.
shoot their little guns.
Ooh, that's a weird distribution.
I know, it's tons of 6s and 1s and 2s. Look how many 6s are in there,
All right,
Jesus.
so that is
9?
9 so
Okay.
far. 3s. All right, this is another 11.
Okay, 25 ups. Let's see what happens. That's dead squad.
Woohoo! Battle
15
tactic
damage. Battle tactic complete. Eye for an eye. Very nice. I'll lift the Arcanaut Company, and then we'll get looking at the next shooting attack. All right, the Eidolon shot with his one shot because he had D3 and he missed. We didn't have the camera on. Sorry about that. But now we're getting into charges. Are you going to try to charge the Eidolon?
I'm going to do a what the heck charge with the Eidolon. If he makes it, then I might try a few more charges, but I'm kind of hoping he doesn't. That's an 11.
Yeah. Well, he needs a 12.
All right, yeah. That was his best effort. Pretty good.
That
but
was a really good effort. Yeah.
I think he's going to just stand there and wave.
Okay. So no other charges?
No other charges.
Okay, let's go ahead and snap off. We'll get on the hero cam and score Andrew up. All right, we are back from Andrew's turn. Andrew, how many points?
I got 5 points.
Big 5. So that puts you up to 9 points. And we're going to go ahead and get into my turn. I'm going to go ahead and pick eye for an eye, and I'm just going to kill something because you sent those Arcanaut Company to the grave. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and get into heroic actions. I'm up to 4 command points. You're up to 2. And I am going to attempt to get another command point. I do. I'm going to give that back to the Admiral.
I'm going to do best day ever on my Eidolon.
I don't have any other hero phase stuff to do.
Cool.
Yep. Short clip. We'll see you after my movement.
All right, David, you finished your movement phase. Let's see what you did. What was your big strategy behind the Aether Wings there?
The Aether Wings are just staying far away from your shooting, and they are getting ready to go into your territory, maybe for a Desecrate, get a grand strategy, something like that. I used my bombing racks and flew over the eels, so we're going to roll that on camera as soon as I get it set up after we run this movement down. Endrin Riggers disembarked in the movement phase, and then they moved closer towards the things that they need to shoot, and they want to stay close to the boat so they can heal it. The Endrin Master in Dirigible Suit is going to go try to take on an Eidolon, yes, thank you. And then the Aether Chemist is going to be a screen because he's 90 points. And he's out of position anyway, so he's going to stand on that objective. I have 4 to Andrew's 2 right there, so I was able to take that one. And then, yeah, that's it. Everything else stayed in garrison. The Thunderers and the Admiral are still in the flagship, and everything else has hopped out. So let's go ahead and get set up for shooting. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the bomb racks. This happens during the movement phase, but I want you guys to be able to see it. So I flew over the eels with both of my ships and landed outside of 3 because they had enough movement to do so. And this is going to be 10 bomb rack dice from the Ironclad and 8 from the frigate. This is mortal wounds on 4s.
It's a very good roll.
So 11 mortal wounds.
11 mortal wounds. So we're going to start by taking them on the banner bearer, 4 at a time. He's dead.
Okay.
So that's 11 mortal wounds. So I got 1 dude left on 1.
I'm going to start with the Arcanaut Admiral, see if he can do 1 damage into that eel. Okay, Arcanaut Admiral has a Masterwork volley pistol. This is going to be 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. This is -1 rend and 2 damage. Okay, looks like we're going to have to shoot some more guns. 1 at -1.
4 up unrendable, of course.
2 damage. But I am going to do the Ironclad first because it has shorter range weapons, and we'll do the Thunderer second, but still all out of defense, obviously, you want to do. So let's start with the Aether Shot Carbines. There's 8 of them, and this is 3s and 3s. 3s. Make 4 saves at -1 into the thralls.
5 ups. Okay, 2 go through.
2 damage apiece.
2 damage apiece. So let's do 6 up wards on the dudes closest to the ruin. Nope, they're all dead.
All right, Andrew, we're going to do some Aether Shock Torpedoes. This is 4 attacks, 4s and 3s. And 3s. 3 at -1.
5 ups. 2 go through.
Okay, those are D3. You got 3 damage out of that.
All right, the last remaining guy by the ruin, still alive.
Okay.
He takes 2 more.
Okay. Okay, 1 more gun. This is the Great Sky Cannon's shrapnel raining down. This is going to be 6 attacks, 3s, 3s, -1, 2.
Jeez.
Okay, that was a good roll. Let's 3s. Okay, make 4 more saves at -1.
5 ups. There's 2 more.
Okay, that is 4 more damage.
So 4 more dead.
The frigate's got some shots, 4 shots with the Aether Shot Carbines and 6 shots with the Heavy Sky Cannon shrapnel. Still within 12 inches here, so this is going to be, I'm just going to roll them all at the same time because they're the same attack profile. So 3s, 3s, -1 rend, 2 damage. 3s, 4 at -1.
5 ups. 3 go through.
Okay, that's 6 damage. Okay, so we're only in range to shoot with the Aether Shot rifles, the Aether Cannons, and the mortars. So the mortar's attack is equal to the number of models within 18 inches, up to 5. So we're gonna shoot the mortars first. This is gonna be 15 attacks because there's 3 mortars in the squad. This is 3s and 3s. These are no rend, single damage attacks, by the way. Make 5 saves, no rend.
5 4-ups. 3 go through.
Okay, that's their single damage. Okay, so the champion in the unit gets to add 2 to the attacks characters of his Aether Shot Rifle. Those are the weapons we're doing next, the Aether Shot Rifles. There's 3 of those in the unit. So this is gonna be 8 shots, 3s, 4s, -1. Good job, guys. And then 4s, 2 at -1.
5 ups. He's dead.
Okay, so we're done shooting there. Let's move over to some Endrin Riggers. All right, good thing I checked my rule, guys. I have a 12-inch range on those guns. The drill launchers have a 15-inch range, though. They're on the outside, so those 2 drill launchers are going to shoot into the other hero, the Eidolon. This is 1 attack each with the drill launcher. It's 4s and 3s, but it's -3 rend and D3. So let's see what happens. 4s. Oh, nice. They both hit. And then 3s. 1 wound, -3.
1 wound, -3.
And your
He's
best
on
day?
2 up.
Yep.
So that's a
5.
5 up. Nope, goes through.
That's a whole D3 damage. 3 damage.
5s. He's good.
Nice. Okay. They're done shooting. Let's go ahead and look at my Endrin Master and Dirigible suit. He's got a Death Wish. Okay, the first thing he's going to do is his Phosphorite Bomblets ability. So this is really fun. I just pick a model that's within 6 inches. I roll a dice, and on a 2-up, it's a mortal wound. And that just keeps going until I roll a 1.
Fun stuff.
And they did a fact, if you negate it, I still get to keep rolling the dice. So what we'll do is we'll just see how many mortals, and then we'll just have you roll all your wards at the same time. Because regardless of if you roll a ward save or not, it won't stop it. So let's go ahead and start and see what happens. Just a bunch of little missiles coming out of the back of his balloon. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, done.
4.
4 mortals.
5 up board. Takes 3.
Okay. Nonetheless, we're going to keep going because he has some shots. He's going to shoot his Aether Cannon. This is 3s and 2s. Nothing. And then he's got 6 attacks with his Weapon Suit Battery. This is going to be 3s and 3s. Threes. Oh my gosh. Come on, Dave. Okay, you got 4 saves at -1.
All right, 3 ups. Jeez. Okay.
3 damage.
Takes them all.
Okay. That is the end of shooting. 30-minute shooting phase, folks. I'm all done there. I'm going to go ahead and try to charge with this Endrin Master. He's just going to keep trying to chippity chip away. Let's go. Okay, he goes 7 inches. He's going to go in. Now, you might be saying, Dave, don't fail your battle tactic by letting the Endrin Master die. And the way that I'm going to answer that is I like to live dangerously. I like to live dangerously. So let's see if he can not kill him because he doesn't have enough damage output, but let's try. Aethermatic Saw, 3 attacks, 3s, 2s, -2, D3. Now's a good time to use one of my 1,000 command points that I sometimes forget that I have. And let's do this. 2s and 2s. Okay? 3 at -2.
3 at -2. That is going to a 4-up. 1 goes through.
3 damage.
5 up board. 1 down to 4.
Hey, did 2 more damage. Nice.
All right, I'm on best day ever, so side trident, 3s and 2s. Dropped 1. That's 2 at run 2.
Failed him.
2 damage each.
Okay, he's got half of his health left.
Deep Sea Scepter, 3s and 3s. And nothing.
Okay,
Fishies. How many attacks? We got 10 fishies.
Uh-oh.
4s and 3s. Those fish are mad. They want to school you in the ways of combat. That is 5 at Ren 0.
I failed 2, so I take 6
1
damage. He's got 2 wounds left. Woo, that was scary. This is some scary shit.
One might say the terror of the deep.
Yes, he felt the terror. All right.
And he felt wet.
Yeah, that's it. Let's get on the hero cam and score me up. All right, everybody, we're back for my turn. I scored 5 points. Took care of some thralls, some eels, and I tried to one-shot the Eidolon, but that was a low chance of happening. I took 6 damage in return. I almost died. Yeah, so 5 points. Score is 9-9, and we're getting the roll-off for battle round 3, going into high tide. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Okay, you won the roll-off, right, last time? So, okay, so you break ties. Roll the Seeks. Okay, I'm going to give you the turn, Andrew, because I want to keep playing Warhammer. So I'm going to pick an objective, activate it, and we'll be back for battle round 3.
Yeah, if he took the turn, this game would be over.
Maybe. You don't know that. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. This is the top of battle round 3. I've activated Andrew's home objective. I'm making him keep something back there instead of just going full bore into my army. So what are you going to do for your battle tactic?
I'm going to do Assassins of the High Tide, which is kill 2 units this turn.
That's so doable. It is high tide. Battle round 3 it means that he gets to fight first in melee. Scary stuff. Let's go ahead and get into heroic actions. What are you going to do?
Finest Hour on my king.
Okay, I'm going to do Finest Hour on my Endrin Rigger in Dirigible Suit. He's got a 2-up save, and he's just flexing it out. He's probably about 5.5 feet tall like me.
Eidolon's going to bring out the Burning Head. Hopefully it'll come out this time.
6-up re-rolling.
There it goes.
There it goes.
All right, next up is, I'm going to put Mystic Shield on the Eidolon, because he's going to get hurt on the way back, so let's get that off.
Yep. Goes on a 5. Okay.
All right, the Eidolon has successfully casted, so he's going to heal D3 wounds. Heals 3.
Oh.
Going back up. Riptide has casting range of 18, so that is goes off on a 7, and it's a D3 mortal wounds and -1 to hit.
Okay. I hate both of those things.
Do it. She can.
Oh no! Roll a 1 or a 2, please. No, he's dead.
Got him.
Doesn't matter that he's -1 to hit because he's dead. The Burning Head is right there, in between the Endrin Riggers and my frigate. Endrin Riggers on a 2-up.
Endrin Riggers on a 2-up.
They take.
They take 3 mortal wounds.
Now there are 5 people, so I actually am going to wound the special weapon. Okay, and then into the
Let's do the frigate. 4, 1. No more hero phase stuff. Let's move on to the movement phase.
Okay, great. Andrew, you finished your movement phase. Tell me what you did starting with the Eidolon.
I didn't learn my lesson, and I got closer to the guns. So
yes.
Eidolon is up there in the middle. He's going to deal with the little Aether Chemist right there. Behind him is the Reavers. They're moving up to shoot at the Endrin Riggers. The Shark and King have moved up to do some charges. The Shark is going to shoot into the Ironclad to hopefully gum up its engines and keep it from piling in. And behind them we have the Tidecaster here, who is trying to screen off my back objective, and the Soul Render's in the middle of the pile, just cheering people on.
Beautiful. All right, let's get set up for shooting. The Eidolon is going to shoot into the Aether Chemist. Let's see what happens.
All right, D3 shots. 1 shot. Does it hit? It hits. Does it wound? It wounds. Win 2.
Ren 2?
Yes.
6! We rolled the 6, baby.
Nice.
Okay. All right, Andrew's going to shoot with his thralls. With his Reavers. He's going to split attacks. There are 8 that he's going to shoot that are within 9 of the Aether Chemist, so they get a plus to their hit, right? And then the other 12 are going to shoot into my Endrin Riggers and try to lift them.
All right, here we go. 3 and 4. So 16 shots into your Aether Chemist.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s. That's weird. There we go. Everything hits.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s. All right, that's 3, 6, 7, 8.
8 wounds, -1 rend.
-1 rend.
5s.
Nice.
He's got 1 wound left, baby.
All right.
Okay.
Now
And
the rest
12
is
more going into the engine riggers.
All right, 3s and 3s into the engine riggers. I think you're in cover, right?
No, my unit isn't wholly within an inch.
Just trying to whittle them down. Nice. Okay, that's 3, 6, 9, 10. That rend 1, 1 damage.
Here we go. 5s.
Good amount of damage.
That's 3. That's 6 damage. Let's roll some mystical. I've got 3.
Yep. So 2 dead.
2 dead.
All right, the shark is going to shoot into the ironclad. He doesn't hit. That's bad.
Okay, the reavers are going to charge. Let's see what happens.
They get a 12.
Yes.
Holy cow.
We measured it's 7 inches to the engine riggers, so we're thinking about if we're going to do a re-roll charge.
I am thinking yes. Let's do it.
Okay. Re-roll the shark. 8's good.
Eidolon's coming up next.
Okay.
He gets a 10.
Nice. Eidolon going in. The Achillean King is going to charge.
He gets a 5. That is not good.
5 inches.
Let's see what we can do. The Achillean King, before I do that, the Achillean King has a D3 mortal wounds
Okay.
from his little horn.
Excellent. And it's going into the engine riggers.
Go, go, go. 2 up, does it. 3 mortal wounds.
Okay. All right, the Eidolon has piled in, is going to fight first. I am going to do all-out defense on the boat.
All right, so first his side trident, 3s and 3s. 2 and 3s, nothing. Now his other trident,
Okay.
3s and 4s. 1, rend 1.
I failed it.
Failed at 1 damage.
Okay.
And his fishes, he has 7 fishes coming at you.
7 fishes.
4s and 4s. And 2, no rend.
Saved him.
All right.
The Achillean King has piled in to the engine rigger and has used that pile in to be able to attack the frigate. So how do you want to split up your attacks?
All right, so I'm going to put all of the lance attacks into the frigate along with the... Yeah, we're going to do everything into the frigate except for his falchion, which will go into the last engine rigger.
Okay. You know what? You can pile in with the shark and also kill off the engine rigger, so you might want to just pump everything into the frigate.
The falchion has 1 inch range.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so falchion into the engine rigger and everything else into the frigate. Let's hit into the frigate first.
So these are going to be 2s and 2s. That is 4 at rend 3.
Okay, this is 5s. Save 2, fail 2.
3 damage each.
Okay, 6 more damage puts me on 8 wounds suffered.
And now we're going to do the fangs and talons. 3s and 2s.
Hey.
There
Rend?
we go. Rend 1.
Okay, fail 2.
D3 damage for 5.
Okay, I have suffered 13 wounds. I got 2 wounds left.
Lashing tails, 3s and 2s. Two at no rend.
Okay, I saved those.
All right.
The frigate stands! Okay, now fight into the engine rigger with your final attack, the falchion.
The falchion. So that is 7 attacks. 2s and 2s. There we go. 5 and no.
Dead.
Nice.
Boom! My poor little Aether Chemist right here has 7 attacks coming into him. He is -1 to hit innately if he is disembarked from a boat, so you're going to be -1 to hit.
Okay. So that is 4s and 3s.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not as good, but pretty good. 2, it's 4. Ring over it.
Ooh, 1 wound. Should have done all out defense. He's dead. So I have 3 boarding weapons, 4s and 4s. Ooh, 2 hits, 4s, 2 wounds.
Oh, 3 up save. We're good.
Nice job. Okay, I have nothing else to fight with. So let's get on the hero cam and score you up. We're back from Andrew's turn. It was a good turn. How many points?
I scored 5 points. I controlled 2 objectives more than you, and I got my battle tactic killing 2 units.
Really good turn for you. High Tide is crushingly good. So let's go ahead and get into my turn. My battle tactic is going to be desecrate them lands. I'm going to desecrate these lands right here with some Aether Wings. I am going to attempt to, I'm up to 2 command points. I'm going to attempt to get another one with my Arcanaut Admiral. He does. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to do another command point on my Kellyan King.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. I have no other hero phase stuff to do, so we're going to get into movement phase, and we'll be right back to show you what I did.
All right, David, what did you do for your movement phase?
I moved the birds over to this terrain that is in your territory. I kept 2 on there because I currently hold that objective, so I'll still continue to hold it even though there's a shark on there. That way I was able to kind of get out of dodge of some of my other stuff. So I did a disengage using the command point that I generated for the Admiral, and I put my frigate 3 inches away from the thralls. He's going to do some shooting. And then my Ironclad did fly high with the flagship command ability that's free once per turn. I'm 9 inches away from the thralls. Grudgebreaker rounds. Once per battle at the start of my shooting phase, I can pick 1 friendly Overlords unit that is not a sky vessel and that is wholly within 12 inches of the Admiral. Until the end of that phase, improve the Rend characteristic of that unit's missile weapons by 1. The same unit cannot be picked to benefit from this more than once. So basically, I'm going to give all the Thunderers +1 Rend to their missile weapons.
All right, I'm going to do all-out defense on my Reavers. So they're +1 save.
Beautiful, and I'm just going to put everything into the Reavers. Everything's in range. We're going to start with the short-range weapons first. We've got 3 Etheric Fumigators. Attacks made with the Etheric Fumigators automatically hit. Do not make a roll. It's D6 attacks each. So this is just going to be 3d6 attacks, and then we're going to go right into wound rolls. Oh no, 5. Okay, wounding on 3s. Okay, so you've got 3 at -1 because of the Grudgebreaker rounds.
All right, that is 5 ups. 2 go through.
Okay, that's single damage.
There we go, 5 up ward. 1.
Nice, and he's got a 5-up ward because we're in High Tide, and that's one of his Isharan rituals. Grundstock mortars, 3s and 3s. That was a good roll. Offset that crappy 3d6 that I just did with the other one. 10 at -1.
10 at -1. 5 ups. I feel like Nurgle with all these 5s and 5s. All right. Now 5 up ward. Oof. Oof.
Okay, we got 6 more.
6 more.
Okay. Now let's do the Aether Cannons. These are the big guns. Oh no, let's do the Deck Sweepers first, actually. Deck Sweepers are 5 attacks apiece as well, so this is 15 attacks. Threes and 4s. 1 at -2 because of Grudge Breaker rounds.
6 up. Oh!
Okay, single damage.
That is a 5 up board, so 1 more dead.
Okay, let's do the Aether Cannons. These are the big boy guns. 3s and 2s. 2 hits, 2s to wound. That's -3 rend on both of those because of Grudge Breaker rounds, and they're three damage apiece, so you got 6 damage.
All right, 5s. Oh, 3. That's
Nice, only 3. Okay, and now we are going to do the Aether Shot Rifles. This is 8 attacks because my leader gets 2 extras, and this is going to be 3s and 4s. And 4s. Make 1 save at -2.
6s. Nope.
Okay, single damage.
Single damage, 5 up. Good, saved it.
Very nice. Okay, because of Forgotten Nightmares, I have to shoot into the Eidolon now because I killed too many things. So we're going to go ahead and shoot with the Frigate's 4 Aether Shot Carbines, and then the Heavy Sky Cannon Shrapnel Shot. So this is going to be 9 attacks, 3s, 3s, -1, 2. Threes,
Lordy Lou.
6 at -1.
4s.
6 damage.
Okay, 5 up ward.
Okay, he still has a wound left.
He has 1 wound left.
Yeah. Okay, the Ironclad is going to shoot into the Namardi now. We're going to do the Aether Shot Carbines and the Great Sky Cannon Shrapnel all together because it's all the same. So we've got 14 attacks, 3s, 3s, -1 rend 2. But I am going to issue a command. Yes, because Grudge Breaker rounds are not a command, and I didn't do all out attack with the Thunderers, so we're good. We're going to do all out attack with the Ironclad. Let's do 2s and 3s into the Reavers. Eight saves at -1.
8 5 ups. 2 saved.
Okay, that'll be 12 damage.
12 damage. Is this the end of the Reavers?
Is this the end of the Reavers?
End of the Reavers.
I'm not going to charge because I can't, because I disengaged and I am out of range to charge with the Ironclad. So let's get on the hero cam and score me up. Andrew, we're back for my turn, man.
How did you do?
The Ironclad mops, man. The Ironclad of the Thunderers is insanely good. I was sleeping on that for sure. I love all their different little weapons too. It's just fun to like
I love it too, David. I love it too.
Andrew's having the most fun. He's being such a good sport right now.
I feel like fish in a barrel.
let's get into the roll-off, man. We're tied at 14s. I break ties, you break ties.
I break ties.
Okay.
That's a 3.
That's a 1. Okay.
I'm taking it again.
We're gonna keep playing Warhammer. So we'll be back for the top of Battle Round 4, Idoneth Deepkin. We're back for the top of Battle Round 4. Andrew won the roll-off. He's taking the turn. I have activated the objective that the Ironclad is chilling on. And now we're going to go ahead and get into your turn. What are you going to do for your battle tactic, bro?
I'm going to do gaining momentum. I'm going to kill that frigate right there and hold more objectives than you, which should be pretty simple.
I think so, absolutely. Let's do heroic actions. What will you do?
I'm going to do heroic leadership on my student of my Kellyan King.
Okay.
He gets it.
I'm going to do that on my Admiral. Yeah, my Admiral has gotten a command point every turn. Every turn, bro.
My General's gotten a command point every turn. It doesn't matter.
Sure. So I've got 3 command points, 1 for the flagship and 1 on my General.
Her special spell, Riptide.
Okay.
It's 18 inches into your, so I'm going to put it into your Thunderers.
Okay, sounds good.
Goes off on a 7. Does not go off.
Okay, thank goodness. I don't want to be -1 to hit.
The Eidolon, he's going to bring out that head. Go, head, go.
Oh, good thing he gets to re-roll. Yeah, it comes
good.
out. That's a pretty good ability to have innately. He has a very, very low chance of miscasting ever.
We're also going to do, he's going to do heal D3 wounds on himself.
Okay.
That goes off on, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Goes off on a 10 for sure.
Yeah.
It's like a 6 or a 5 or
Okay,
something.
how many do you heal?
So he heals D3. One more.
Okay, so he's got 2 wounds left.
But he also successfully casts, so he gets to heal D3 more. That's 3.
Nice, so now he's only suffered 7 wounds. Love it. Okay, any other casting?
No other casting, so I think now...
Roll for that burning head, baby!
Go, 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 go!
Oh, you rolled a 1, it gets dispelled. Let's go ahead and get into your movement phase, man, and we'll be right back to show everybody what you did. Andrew, we're done with your movement phase. Tell me what you did starting with the shark.
Shark's over there to take that objective and take care of the birds. And the Eidolon is moving up. He's going to do his shots and maybe charge the frigate. And the King and the Soul Render are there to maybe back him up if need be. I have my Tidecaster sitting here waiting to be annihilated next turn by everything that's going to come at her.
Because the Ironclad is just chilling. I still got the Thunderers and the Admiral inside of it. They're over there on the table, just 30 wounds on a 2-up save.
Thunderers, yeah, 30 wounds and a 2-up save.
Yeah, it looks like I only have 2 models on the board, so it looks really skimpy, but I actually still have 1,000 points right there. We're looking at it. So that's the movement. Let's go ahead and get into shooting. Okay, the Eidolon is looking away in disgust at the frigate, but he's going to shoot some lightning behind his back. Let's see what happens.
D3 shots, 1 shot, of course. 3s, nothing.
Okay, now the shark is going to shoot at the frigate. He's going to shoot his harpoons backwards.
3 up, hits, 3, does not wound.
You want to do the shark first?
Shark first, he gets in.
All right. Andrew's faced with kind of a tough decision here. Who's going to soak the Unleash Hell? I am just to the millimeter within 18 inches of my Arcanaut Admiral, which is in the Ironclad. Who are you going to charge, Andrew?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to have the Eidolon soak things up.
Okay, in he goes.
Go, Eidolon, go!
He goes. The Eidolon has finished his charge. I am going to use the command point that I generated from the Arcanaut Admiral. And this is going to be 4s and 3s on 9 attacks. Ooh, you lucky. And then 3s. Make 3 saves at -1.
4 up.
No,
Good.
you saved them all. Woo. Unleash Hell didn't matter.
A lot better. All right. The Kellyan King is going to charge. Gets in with 4.
Boom. He does mortal wounds when he charges in. Let's see what happens.
On a 2 up. Yep. D3.
Dead. Dead frigate.
Boom.
Okay, shark gonna fight.
4 bite attacks. Go. Drops 2. And nothing.
Okay.
All right. And then 3s and 3s. Okay. 2. Ren 1.
Damage?
1.
You took the objective.
Took the objective. I killed a bird.
Okay, I'm gonna roll bravery. Okay, 2 attacks, 4s and 3s. Take a wound.
4 up. Ah!
Yes! Bird of prey! That is going to be my MVP, I think. Right there. Wound that shark. Take that, ya suckers. Okay, that's the end of the turn. Let's get on the hero cam and score. We are back from Andrew's turn. It was a smashing one. How many points?
I got 5 points, hold 3 objectives, and I got my battle tactic, killing your frigate.
Okay, so we're gonna do blast him to smithereens. I'm gonna pick an objective on the battlefield within 12 inches of any enemy units, and I complete this battle tactic if there are no enemy units within 12. So blow up the hero, the Tidecaster. For my heroic, I am going to try to get a command point. Oh, he didn't get one this time.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm going to do best day ever on the Tidecaster.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Okay, that is it for hero phase. We're going to get into a quick movement, and we'll be right back.
All right, David, what'd you do for your movement phase?
MVP, the one remaining Aether Wing, has retreated. And I can still charge if I want to, because they have retreat and charge for some reason. I'm not going to. The Ironclad moved into that hole, but not before the Admiral jumped out of the boat. And he's like, I'm going to stand firm on this objective, like the awesome little dude that I am. And that's what's going on there. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and get in some shooting. Thunderers are still in the boat. The Arcanaut Admiral has 3 shots. His only eligible target is the Soul Render. Yep. So this is going to be 3s and 3s. 2 at -1.
All right, he has a 4-up, I believe. So 5s, saves 1. 2 damage, 5-up ward. Nope, takes 2.
The Ironclad is going to shoot all of its weapons into the Tidecaster. So we've got 14 attacks, 3s and 3s.
All at defense.
Okay. Okay, make 6 saves at -1.
6 saves at -1, so that's a 3-up. Takes 2, 4-up ward, 5-up ward. Nope. So
Okay.
down to 1 wound.
4 damage. Okay, and then let's shoot with the Arcanaut Ironclad's Aether Shock Torpedoes. This is 4s and 3s. 3 at -1.
3s. She's good.
Very good. Okay. I can't split attacks with my Thunderers, unfortunately, because I can only shoot the closest enemy unit.
Wow.
So let's shoot with the 8 Aether Shock Carbines, or their regular weapons. Aether Shot Rifles. This is going to be 3s and 4s. Okay, make 3 saves, -1 rend.
3-up. 1 goes through.
Okay, single damage.
5-up ward. She's dead.
Okay. JK, I'm not gonna charge. Let's get on the hero cam and score me up. We are back after the bottom of battle round 4. I scored 4 points. I hold 1, 2, but not more, and I did blast them to smithereens, and I killed the Tidecaster. Kind of bad positioning on my part. I could have split my attacks had I been equal distances between the Soul Render and the Tidecaster, but that's okay. That happens sometimes. So now the score is 18-19, and we're going to get into a roll-off. So let's see what happens.
All right. 2, 6. All right, I'll take it.
All right, he's going to take the turn. We'll be right back for the top of battle round 5, Idoneth Deepkin. All right, everybody, we are back for the wrap-up. We decided to jump right from the roll-off to battle round 5 and just play it out real quick because we were looking at the board and we understood that there were a couple things that were going to happen. So in battle round 5, you took the turn after you won. I activated the center objective. You were able to max points.
Yeah.
So you finished with 24 points.
24
because you got 4 in turn 1 and then you got 5 in the other 4. That's max points. This is as many victory points as you can score in this battle plan. I had actually missed one of my points. So I scored 23, but I was able to get my grand strategy. I was able to get my grand strategy by having 1 unit back here and was able to kill the shark with shooting and take care of the Soul Render, doing gaining momentum on my last turn and take the 3 center objectives. So really good game. Super fun back and forth. Obviously, Kharadron is a very tough matchup to go into, but I like the defense that you had where I had to pick and choose what I could shoot. Well, you got to pick and choose what I could shoot.
Yeah, I can pick and choose what you can shoot. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of fun. So let's talk about highlights, lowlights, MVPs, LVPs for your army. How did you think your army performed on the table today?
I think they did all right. I made a few pretty big mistakes. I kind of forgot the mission had the activating objectives, so I put everything in one side, and so I was kind of off for the whole thing, and then I had 2 drops to your 1 drop, so that kind of threw me off at the beginning. I also realized that like when you have the extra Gloomtide shipwreck, you don't want to take you don't want to take the creeping Gloomtide grand strategy, because that just makes it easier for you to touch a boat. You know,
right? Absolutely, because if you would have done take what's theirs,
then we would have.
You would have won by 2 points.
Yeah, I would have won by 2 points.
MVP, LVP. What do you think?
My MVP is David for not giving me the double turn when he could have.
Nope, that's not true.
Not taking the double turn when he could have. Yeah.
That's not true. I just I gave you the turn because I wanted to activate an objective.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
LVP. Who did not perform like you wanted them to in your army today?
Well, the soul render was standing there waiting for souls to rend, but nobody was coming up. Every time my thralls or Namarti got targeted, they just got obliterated. So I was thinking maybe I should have split them up into multiple squads of 10 each, but they would have died that way too. So I don't know which way is exactly better against KO. Yeah, so I would probably put him as the LVP. For my models, the Eidolon did great. He did a lot of work. I was really sad that Skull didn't go off in the first turn.
When you could have hit my entire army.
He could have hit everything. That would have been so much fun. But so aside from that, he did great. And the King did great too. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Love the Idoneth Deepkin army. Love playing into it. You have to think about all of their special abilities that they have throughout the course of Tide, which is really, really fun. For MVP, I got to give it to the Ironclad and the Thunderers inside. It's as good as it seems.
Yeah, it's
like I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, that's only a lot of Rend 1. But if you're playing into an army that doesn't have 3+ armor saves, then you're going to do fine with them. And all their the Thunder's different shots that they have is really fun. They also have etheric fumigators, which do mortal wounds to you when you're in combat with the ship. So it's just a really good combo, right? Like you can take a couple frigates and some balloon boys and you can fight and you can charge and you can jump out and do the clown car thing, or with this, you can just do a lot of damage with one piece that's really hard for your opponent to deal with. So definitely MVP, Ironclad, and its crew. And then I'm gonna give LVP to the Arcanaut Company, who valiantly played as a screen at the bottom of 1 and the top of 2. RIP. They're dead. I don't think I'll ever get to shoot with those guys. They did their job. Yeah, they did their job. They did their job well.
The engine riggers kind of whiffed a little bit.
Yeah, the engine riggers are there to heal, but then they had to turn into a screen because I was just running out of screens. And the Aether Wing.
Yeah.
The one Aether Wing that held an objective.
Bird.
He held an objective over here. He got Desecrate. He retreated and then held an objective over here after the Tidecaster died. So that one Aether Wing, 20-point model, got me like 5 victory points.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Yeah, really, really good game. I hope all of you enjoyed it. Thank you to the members for voting. Thank you to Andrew for playing into Kharadron.
Thanks so much for voting
because the members
for that.
voted for
I
it.
loved
So if you didn't like the matchup and you thought that it was one-sided, go ahead and decide to become a member and you'll get to vote.
Yeah.
And anyway, there's going to be more Kharadron on the way, Seraphon, more Gloomspite Gits, Trog Heavy List, all kinds of really fun stuff, and some of the other old but good armies that we love to play all the time. So stay tuned, and we will see you for the next battle report.